Play. Hello gamers and welcome to episode 41 of Let's Play Elex. Last episode I did the arms dealing stuff. So trouble between the outlaws and the berserkers. If I choose to help one of the factions instead of the other, it could change the balance of power. Vivian needs capable technicians. I need to interview the guys. Eric wants me to deliver a replacement part. I can actually do that now. There's also a merchant. Riley, okay. He's not like the most amazing merchant of all time. There's a flyer. And an energy drink. Not going to read the flyer now. Well, I'm actually too curious to not read the flyer. Advertising flyer. We take your health to heart and ensure our employees are looked after. So that's like the one also found in the... Oh no, that's the Dome City. The other one I already read. The cleric order says every resident of Ibiza can get free food from York, starting immediately. Signed, the clerics. Well, this is possibly fake. Is there anything in here? No. No, where's... Ah, there he is. Hello.
Hands off my machines.
Lutz.
Any accidents are going to be dangerous for me, you, and the whole city. The energy regulators are screwed. The surge gauge is failing and I can't see why. And now the shield profiler is returning a really strange set of values. Altogether, that makes for one dangerous set of problems that could fry both of us if the wrong bit of kit gets jolted. And I'm the one who has to fix all this. Ah, shit, I can't even sort out the replacement parts until I have this stabilized.
Eric sent me.
Oh, thank Kalan. Do you have the energy regulator?
Yes. Here.
Perfect. That looks great.
Good.
Thanks for getting that. I'll install it immediately. You better get back to Eric.
I took a
You can
side,
tell him I'm
yeah,
putting it in right now.
against the outlaws. Unsurprisingly. Scumbags. Now I want to test something. Let me show you. If I just walk down here, there's like a stopping animation. What if I jump down? Then there's not. So when you're running away, you should always try to properly stop. Oh, who is that? Just an outlaw. Well, she seems okay. That's a workbench. Daryl.
Ah, the gift and treasures of travel, for it brings new encounters. So what are you? Merchant, bounty hunter, or a nobody, like most people out there?
I'm not in a faction.
Well, guess you're one lonely son of a bitch then, aren't you? Here, before you start begging for help, consider it a gift from the dude.
Wow.
You gave me enough that I can share.
Thanks.
Don't thank me. Thank the
Well,
devil.
obviously I take the
You end
money.
up in the desert in Tavar, you can thank him in person by joining the outlaws.
For sure not.
How do people live here?
Here, smoke one with me before you start bombarding me with questions.
No, I don't want
I
to.
have the best stuff here.
I don't smoke.
Well, that's your choice.
Yeah, it
From
is.
time to time, you need to open a door in your head and look inside, right?
No.
If you won't, then all the more for me. That done, let's get into the real business.
Business? With me?
You see someone else here? Real business. A proper opportunity. You see, the clerics have had this city under their control for years.
Yeah, because of the
Duke
Great
thinks they're
Council.
planning to take control everywhere, sooner or later. And he thinks the Dome City could be the starting point for their military campaign. So, my job is to find out if he's right. If there is something brewing that could be dangerous for us in Tavar.
What information have you gathered about the clerics?
Pretty much nothing so far. They've not been very loose-lipped around me. I must sorta stand out.
So, you want me to be your spy?
I want you to find out information. Now I can see in your eyes that you haven't fallen for the cleric's tricks. You aren't
Yeah, I've
simple
got
enough to believe
sunglasses.
every piece of troll shit you fed.
What do you expect from me?
All that you have to do is get some answers out of somebody, and I've even got the guy lined up ready for you. His name is Lutz. He's one of Alois's technicians. As far as I know, he's trying to re-establish communications with the other clerics in Ignadon.
I think that's the radio guy.
The clerics here are neutral, separate from the ones in the Horde. Go and grill Lutz. Find out if there'll be an offensive soon. Do that, then come back to me as soon as you have any useful information.
That shouldn't be difficult. Let's get this done and take the shards.
True.
How many shards are you talking about?
Enough. The Duke is generous. I pay. That much you can be sure of.
Why do you think that these technicians will know about the cleric's plans?
Because he's the guy that maintains all the communications equipment. He must have heard something from the comms. And he's more likely to talk than anyone further up the chain. I want to know what he's heard. I need to know what he knows.
Okay, now let's talk about the Vivian stuff. He's one of the candidates.
To talk to you about the technician's job.
Yeah, good. And I'd like to apply for the job.
Well, you won't get it.
And I'm willing to pay any price to get it. While I'm certain there must be people better qualified than me, there isn't anybody who will pay you as much as I will.
How good are you with technology?
Absolutely crap. I don't know one end of a screwdriver from, well, a hammer, to be honest. But I'm a fast learner. And if I have someone I can ask, then the rest won't be a problem. And did I mention the whole financially rewarding aspect of selecting me as the candidate?
Yeah, there he
About the
grins.
clerics.
What's this got to do with the job? This job is about technical reliability. And I can assure you that I am technically reliable. As for my interests, you can count on me being a pacifist. I want to do anything to avoid a war. And the better access I have to new information, the better equipped I'll be to ensure a war doesn't suddenly break out without anybody seeing it coming.
I've heard enough.
Okay. And remember to put in a good word for me with Vivian. I'll make it worth
Well,
your
for sure
while.
not. I'm actually going to change the amulet. This would give me more stamina than the Ring of Toughness. 20-10, and this gives me 10-10. So that actually sucks. Yeah, I could sell that theoretically. Protective mask is pretty cool. So what about the amulet? I'm going for the amulet of the provider. Okay, we know one person who's not who's not getting the job. There's Lutz up there. And there's Eric. Why is that currently activated? That's the replacement part thing. So maybe I can get something from Alois as a reward. Let's check that out. Oh, the separatist looks hot. Oh, that's Eric? Okay, Lutz has the energy
Lutz has the
regulator.
energy regulator.
Good. The dome should be more stable now. I thank Kalan for sending you.
It's a pleasure. Now, on to the next quest. This is completed. I need to go here. Making contact. I will continue the job vacancy thing. So I still need to talk to... Daryl wants the job at any price. There are two more. Rorik and Naira. Let's check them out. She's a berserker, I guess. Or he is. Attention, thieves. What does it say? It's a map piece. Okay, I've seen that already. Residents of the domed city. The recent succession of thefts is a threat to us all. Stay vigilant. Report suspicious behavior to the authorities. Keep your valuables secure. Do not trust any stranger. Report anything out of the ordinary. Anyone found to be cooperating with the thieves will be punished. Aloy, city administrator. Well, maybe because I took so much stuff, they put it here. Luckily, they can't hear me when I talk. He's just a berserker. So the guy must be outside. Oh, I could lockpick that. Unfortunately, it's forbidden. Yeah, no problem.
Saw you.
You saw me what?
I saw how you came through into the dome. Who are you? Why were you allowed in?
That's none of your business.
Then it sounds like you got in here illegally. As much as the clerics claim to control the gates, they really don't seem to be able to stop people getting in. And by that, I don't just mean you. Can you believe it? There are fucking albs in
Yeah, and they're cool.
What do you have against the Separatists?
They are coming here, to our city. The only city with a real chance of peace among the factions. If it was up to me, then we would make sure these albs went somewhere
He's a
else.
racist.
They might say we have the same goal, the same enemy, but I don't believe a word of what they say. Who says they aren't spies sent here to deactivate the dome? They can't be trusted.
You want to have all the Separatists thrown out of the city?
Yeah. And you know what? I have already started to make it happen. I'll recruit anyone who'll help get this done. We have an eyewitness who claims to have seen the Separatists exchanging information with the Albs. Traitorous bastards.
Who is this eyewitness?
The Berserker Jorg saw Fenk meet with an Alb in front of the city. Why would they meet if it wasn't to exchange information about the dome? Sadly, Jorg is the only one who's seen Fenk. And now he started saying he isn't sure he really saw Fenk meet an Alb from Zapor. So I have to jog Jorg's memory, or make sure he stops denying what he said. There has to be a way to do that.
You don't think that Jorg could have been wrong in the first place?
No, never. You can't trust these Separatists. They'll betray us sooner or later for sure. I'm telling you, this is just the beginning.
Who are you?
Caleb. I lead the Berserkers who've chosen to settle here in Abessa.
Oh no, what an idiot.
Does that mean you're exiles?
Well, none of us are allowed to return to Edan now. Or we just end up being sent to the valley. As to why they came here, well, the first settlers were sent to Abessa to plant a world heart to expand the forest of Edan out here. But they were cut off from Edan by the Alps, left on their own to survive. And after a while, they decided to keep it that way. The warlords in Goliath weren't happy. But they're stretched too thin for another conflict, so here we are. And since they settled here, others have joined us. Some are escaped exiles, others just chose to leave Idan.
I don't like this guy. Hello, Rorik.
You're new here in the city, right?
Yes, I've just arrived.
I thought so. I saw you come through the gate, you see? Anyway, I want to ask you something, if that's alright. Have you been to Idan recently? To the Berserker's city of Goliath, to be exact. A good friend of mine is still there.
Who was your friend?
His name is Kral. He's a guard at the Mana Shrine. At least, he was when I left. He thought he still had a chance to save his brother, Grimar, from the Alchemy.
Oh no.
Do you know what happened to him?
It's so sad.
Kral is dead.
No. Maybe if I'd stayed... You know, I was even planning how I could get to Goliath to see if I could get him out of there. I had this feeling something bad would happen to him. First his brother and then him. A curse on all of Idan. And thanks anyways.
Tell me about your life in Idan.
Me? I was a worker at the pit. You know, I extracted Elex from old machines so it could be transmuted into mana. I always wanted to join the Hooded Crows and learn the art of magic, but it wasn't to be. My parents forbade me from trying. My clan told me to stop trying. Not that any of that stopped me. And that's what got me banished. I stole mana from the shrine to try and learn magic
He's
myself.
a curious
And
guy.
I got myself caught. They sentenced me to exile in the Valley of the Damned, but I escaped. I'd seen the Dome City when I was sent on patrol, so when I left Idan, this was the place I thought of. And here I am.
I would like to learn Berserker magic.
Well, it's pointless asking me. I didn't manage to learn anything useful before I was exiled. You would have to join the Berserkers. They won't teach their magic to outsiders.
Well, I won't do that.
I don't know if I can recommend that in all good conscience. I left, after all. You will have to decide who you want to join.
Vivian sent me.
Is it about the technician job for the clerics?
Yes.
I'm interested, but I'm not sure that this is the job for me. I mean, I've not had much to do with technology. I've tried to learn since I came to Abessa, but I'm still only just starting out.
What experience do you have with technology?
Well, back in Goliath, I used to take machines apart. There aren't many I've not seen from the inside.
That sounds
Strange,
helpful.
really. My job used to be to get rid of technology, but now all I want to do is put it back together. The clerics make some incredible things. I mean, just look at the dome. That's an amazing feat of engineering.
True.
So, now you've left Idan. What do you think about the clerics?
I'm grateful they let me in. They don't bother me, and I don't bother them. I'm not a berserker anymore. I live here.
If you get orders you don't like, will you run away from here like you did from Idan?
I don't know.
Well, he didn't quite run away from
Clerics
Idan.
ban some people from doing some things and not others. If I want to learn about technology, they'll let me. They're the same with everyone.
I've heard enough.
Okay. Right. I'll see you then.
And now there should be a woman, I think.
I've never
Oh no,
trusted
it's
her.
the Alp. Thank.
Stop being an asshole.
You. Hey, it's you.
Yes, Frank. It's me, Jax.
I heard they shot you down. That you were dead. Apparently that was wrong.
Quite wrong.
And if you're here, does that mean you're a separatist now? Will you stay here and support our cause? I'm sure you would be very welcome.
What cause?
We've broken free from Zakor, from being slaves to Elex. And we've worked, persuaded people to allow us into the city. And now we're here. We are working to be allowed to stay. Would you be willing to help us?
I will give you my support.
Yep,
Good.
for sure.
We have to stick together. People blame us for this war, even though we left Zakor to escape it.
That's
They will
not
have us
fair.
Until the day peace begins. I mean, they don't even trust each other. Among all these warring people, all these different agendas, we, you and I, share a similar destiny. It's the only way anyone will survive.
What goods have you got?
Oh, he's got drone stuff. Use this to create an Elex potion. I think that's something I do need. A small Elex potion. Small Elex drink. XP experience plus 100. This one gives attribute points and it doesn't need... Well, I'm just going to buy both. And I'm also going to buy the Elex. Let's talk a bit more.
It seems like you're tolerated here in the city.
That is exactly what we are. Tolerated. We are still a long way from being accepted.
You should leave here. I'm sure that the Alps would take you back if you gave them information about the dome.
No, I'm never going back. Nara can say what she wants, but the's no way back. This city offered me protection. I will never betray it. This city is a place of freedom, but all the old suspicions remain. The outlaws claim they are being oppressed. The clerics say they are neutral, but they aren't. The berserkers, they don't seem to know what they're doing. Apart from avoiding the war.
That's so true.
We are trying to discover who we are. I think people see that we are all here for a new start.
Do you need help?
It is good that you offer to help us. The berserkers are already trying to get us thrown out of the city. We need the protection offered by this place. We won't survive without it. We've persuaded people here that we are worth a chance. But there will always be those who won't see it that way. And the Albs and Zakor want us dead. If we're to stay, we need someone to get to Caleb and York. They are key to our future.
About the threat of you being thrown out of the city. What is the problem with Caleb and York?
York is a berserker. He's accused us of spying for the Albs and Zakor. He claims he saw us handing over information about the shield generators. It's completely illogical. We are the ones with the most to lose if Zakor captures this city. But the free people are prisoners to emotion. It makes them doubt logic. They have already thrown one of our group out of the city. Now they are threatening the rest of us with the same fate. We are no friends of the Albs and Zakor. They would see us dead. We want this to be our home. We need the free people to understand this.
I will help you.
Good. That is the response I wanted. It is best if you go straight to York. Caleb is already attempting further arguments to ensure our expulsion.
Yeah, but first I need to finish the other mission.
Danger. That lie underpins Caleb's argument against us. If people believe we are working with the enemy, we will be exiled from the city and left to die. But if York confesses his lie, then Caleb would no longer have the proof he claims. They would have no reason to expel us.
We need to sort things out with the...
Oh,
What do you want from me?
hello there.
Me off? Or maybe even have me killed?
Quite
You
the
don't
opposite,
scare me.
fair lady.
Your people are a plague upon this land.
Thank you.
Although, there's something different about you. Do you usually spend time with people like us?
I was an Alp myself once.
Yes. You stopped taking Elex. That is rare, which makes me question how you did it.
Vivian sent me about the technician job.
I am without question the best candidate they will find. Therefore, selecting me is the logical choice. But I need proof that the clerics are really willing to work with me. If I am to work for the clerics, then I would like to be paid. The free people seem to value shards above all things, and so payment would be proof that they take me seriously.
What are your qualifications for this job?
I served as the battlefield technician for my unit in Zakor. I have already discovered errors in the AI systems of the clerics' mechs, and I would be able to modify them. Even the dome isn't running as efficiently as it could. That is another thing I could improve.
Do you think you can work with the clerics?
I think it would be better if this city was led by an alb or a machine. But I understand that it isn't up to me to determine this. So yes, I could imagine working with them in the existing circumstances, despite their inefficiencies.
Should I pay her or not? Should I recommend Rorik or her? I think an alp would be pretty cool. She might betray the city and the city might fall, but then again, who cares?
You will get your payment.
Good. Then tell the clerics I can begin work immediately.
I think she's the most qualified choice.
Yes, I'd heard things were rough there too.
Fucking hells. They'll cost all. Sneaking around, you're gonna see it.
So let's send in the quest.
If you don't want trouble.
They say
All right.
that, but you know they collect Elex for themselves.
Hello, Vivian.
About the candidates for technician.
Yes?
I could say Nira wants to be paid in advance if you want her to work for you. Well, I can try that first.
Myra wants to be paid in advance if you want her to work for you.
Then forget her. I want someone dedicated to the job, not the shards.
Well,
You should give the separate.
I've paid her already.
Then you think she'll commit to us here? What convinced you about her?
Yeah, she's the best candidate by far. She's the best technical candidate, but she's also an alp. I think she's worth trying, but you should keep an eye on her. I think that's the honest answer.
She is the best technical candidate, but she's also an alp. I think she's worth trying, but you should keep an eye on her.
I don't know if I want to take that risk. Still, we are short of candidates, so I suppose we should try.
Yeah, and it
see.
cost me 500
Thank you for
shards.
helping me with the selection. Here, your payment as promised.
That's less than I paid Naira as an advance.
Well, I didn't ask you to pay her anything. I'm sorry. This is all I can afford. I'd better go and take care of my new recruit right away. This should secure us going forward. At least I hope so.
Did I just get 230 plus 270? I think I did. Interesting. Okay, well,
If we all did our duty, then duty would be done.
this will conclude this episode. Thanks a lot for watching.